There are some big challenges for you, aren't there, in pro punting? Probably the hardest of them is the fact that you can't get bets on, which is quite crucial.
It's hard
really.
to get. I mean, you can get bets on, but it's the level of bet you can get on and how you consistently get on as well. That's the challenge. So yeah, that has its own stress that comes with it and all, I guess.
And a big part of the job, time consuming, trying to, what do you do? How do you get bets on?
Yeah, again, it depends. I mean, your bread and butter is Betfair. You must win on Betfair. But then when you do win on Betfair continuously, you get hit with a premium charge. That's another story.
So you pay 40% on all your winnings now on Betfair?
I pay a premium charge on Betfair, which is a disgrace, but, you know, I'd be lost without it. So I have to have it. I mean, I know I'm getting massively over the odds on there, but still, at the end of the day, I'm really taking the right price, because once they take that 40% out, you know, the 10-to-1 shot I'm betting on Betfair effectively is I'm betting a 4-to-1 winner, and 6-to-1 winner, whatever it is.
So Betfair's your everyday?
Yeah, I always turn over money on Betfair because I know I'm going to win on there. So it doesn't matter if I have losing runs. I know at those prices, just keep having those bets, and eventually the money will go up. In terms of getting single bets on and getting over the odds with shops and online accounts, that's a different aspect of the game. I used to have 4, 5, 6 people in shops when I was really enthusiastic about the game and lived and breathed it a bit more. I'd have 4 or 5 people in shops getting me bets on, but then that becomes stressful when they don't take bets anymore. Even when you're losing, I've had bets in shops, taken prices, bet 4 losers, took 4, 5, 6 to 1. They go off half that price. My guys go back the next day, no more bets. Done your money. There's not a lot of fun in that.
So how do you get these multiple bets on, the serious bets? How do you get them on?
Well, the online accounts are pretty crucial, but you just have to keep getting them. But with the online accounts, if you can take your prices and get your multiples, they're worth their weight in gold. So.
But it's getting the accounts. So you mentioned that you go nightclubbing a lot. And part of the reason you do that is to meet people, to befriend people, to open accounts for you.
Yeah, I have to meet new people.
To be able to get bets on.
Because I've exhausted, so many avenues. You have to keep meeting new people and getting new accounts, because the accounts don't last 5 minutes, which I don't mind as long as I can get new ones and, can keep getting the bets on. You don't mind. But then, you're in choppy waters, because then you're meeting strangers to an extent, and you have to trust them to pay you with a lot of money. So that's where the gambling's coming in, because you're actually gambling that you're going to get paid. You've got to have the bets, hope they win, and then hope that the person pays you as well.
It's actually a really big part of your job, networking, to try and get accounts.
It's become that way, yeah, because it's not as straightforward as going to a track now, and having £1,000 win on a dog, getting your wages, going home, and then coming back the next day and operating again. It's completely different to that now. It's all about turning over money and getting new accounts, getting new people involved, and lasting. You have to last. You have to stand the test of time, and you just have to keep, for want of a better word, using new people.
What sort of reaction do you get from girls you meet in nightclubs when you say, "Can you open me a few betting accounts?"
Well, they're getting 10% for nothing. That's what I offer. So they're literally doing nothing. They're just letting me use their betting account. They're not gamblers. They don't need the account. So, it suits them really to get money for nothing.
And people are really across these accounts. You said that you can have certain bets, and as soon as you strike the bet, be it going to win or lose, they'll get closed down.
Yeah, there's oftentimes they would have closed an account before a dog's even run. So yesterday, for instance, I placed a bet at 4 o'clock. By 4:30, I placed a bet at 4 o'clock. Dogs are running at 8, 9 o'clock at night. By 4:30, I was allowed no more bets. The dogs have not even run, let alone win.
So you really have to nurse these accounts. How do you use them, and how often would you use them?
Yeah, I do nurse them. Like on Betfair, as I say, Betfair every day I'd be playing. With the accounts, I can wait. I can go a couple of days, a week. I've got accounts now that I'll leave for a month, because I know that the amount of pressure that's involved. When I have a bet, I know I've got to be right because I won't get a second or third chance. And if I do, they've either lost or I'm very lucky. But fourth, fifth chances, they don't exist. So when I have the bet I have on the online account, it's got to be right. I've got to be confident that it's the right bet. So if it loses, I can wipe my mouth and just say, you know, I had the bet, it got beat, get me a new account. You know, but I can't tick over money. I can't just have those little bets because I won't be able to win. I've got to be supremely confident in the bets I'm having.
And you work really hard to find these bets. Does it frustrate you that bookmakers won't take you on?
To an extent, they should. Of course, they've got to take bets. They, you know, they're a going concern. They've got to take bets. But you know, I get that they don't want to take bets from shrewd minds. You know, people that specialise in something. Why would you want to take bets? Because they know in the long run they're going to come off worse.
But equally, that is their job, isn't it? To be shrewd as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And
They've got to get their prices
like
right. If their prices are right, what are they worried about? You know, the problem is when they're getting their prices wrong. That's what they don't like. Well, they should get their prices right then.
So it is frustrating for you?
Yeah, very much, yeah. But I mean, it's all about getting over the odds and having an edge. You know, as I say, that, for example, the three dogs I bet last night, I was getting so much over the odds. It was a great bet, win or lose. So there's no fun in betting the right price. If you're betting the right price all the time, there's no buzz in that.
And do you have a price in mind that you want? Because you said you can look at different accounts and there can be like a smallest amount of difference. I mean, one might be 7-2 on one website and 3-1 on another website, but ultimately that's big money if a Trixie comes in. Do you have a price in your mind that you want to take?
Yeah, that's where the instinct comes in, because and that's where like I have a knack for backing winners and knowing dogs and things like that, because I would just know, I see a dog at 6-1, I would just know that's not a 6-1 shot. That's a 3-1 shot, that's a 5-2 shot. Automatically I've got to back that dog. Whether it wins or loses is immaterial. So that's, you know, that's the be all and end all of the job really.
And you mentioned you like your multiple bets, it's not just Trixies, is it? Lucky 31s and all sorts.
Yeah, again, it depends. I can look at, races one day, fancy one dog strong and have my maximum bet on that. There could be other days I fancy 30 dogs. I lack total conviction to have maximum bets on them, but I might want to stick them in at the prices. I might want to stick them in a Super Heinz or a Lucky 31 or whatever, and I might do different variations of a bet. I might have a double, I might have a Trixie. You know, there's all different ways for me to make a crust.
Can you make as much money now as you were, say, 10 years ago?
I can. I'm still making as much, but if I was doing the same as what I was doing 10 years ago, I wouldn't be winning. So you have to evolve. You have to change your methods.
How have you changed?
Mainly just bigger prices. That's probably how I've changed. When I was betting the superstar dogs years ago, I didn't mind taking 6-4 about an even money shot that I knew was an aeroplane and was just a winning dog and it'd win. Now those kind of dogs, they don't exist, they're not about. So it's more about trying to find bigger prices. That's the beauty of Betfair, when you can bet dogs. I bet a dog at Hove a couple of days ago, 16-1 on the machine, it probably represented 4-1. It probably SP'd at 4-5-1.
Did it win?
It won, 16-1. It can't be that price. So that's why you must always gamble. That's why you must always have a bet. If you're getting over the odds, you must bet.
I don't want to ask you how much money you make, but is it enough for a nice life?
Yeah, I can't complain. It's enough to get me by. I don't want for anything. If I want to go on a nice holiday or I want to buy something, it's afforded me, all that I've wanted.
If you had your time again, would you do the same?
Yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. I mean, I think it was my destiny to be involved in greyhound racing. The training aspect, the training side of it, the gambling side of it, always wanted to make money, always wanted to make a decent living and look after the people that looked after me, give a bit back and stuff like that. I wouldn't have been able to do that without greyhound racing, without betting.
And if there's people watching this who, you know, are interested in what you're saying, maybe want to become pro punters themselves, what would you advise them?
Specialise in something. Find something you love, something that you're obsessed with. All the best people in life, they're obsessed with whatever they're doing. That's why they're the best at it. So find something you're passionate about, something that you love, and then work hard. Put the work and effort in. You only get out what you put in.